Hey, it's me Rishabh. Today I would like to teach you how to create nice looking floating subscribe button and bell icon window for your YouTube channel. And so many people ask me to how to create like me, and today I will decided to create a After Effects tutorial for that. And I think you can catch with my voice and my English. Hope you enjoy. And let's go jump to afterwards. Create a new composition and name this composition what you want. I just add a subscribe and change the frame rate into 30 and duration into 6 seconds. Now this is a basic interface. This is your project window and you can import anything here. And first, before you start, just save your project using go into file and save your project and name anything. I think I will try to demonstrate this video as a slow as a beginner level, because so many people ask me to create a tutorial in slow version. Okay, first you need to create a rectangle. You can create a rectangle in rectangle shape tool and just drag in here and go to selection tool, and I just delete. Okay, this is we are creating this child subscribe and bell icon button. So here is a this is a small rectangle, and just change the color of rectangle by clicking in fill color, and I think it's a gray color, and just add a gray. Yeah, now you need to centerize your anchor point. So go to pan behind the tool and tick on the snapping and make it the center, because of you want to create animation easily. So go to the first layer, first frame, and if you press on the P in keyboard you can get the position, or just drop down the shape layer and you can get the position also from transform, and add a keyframe at the starting, and just press the P in keyboard, you can get the position only, and just move it in first frame and move to the first second, and move our rectangle into upside. Now you can get this types animation. Then select the keyframe and right click in keyframe, not in other side. Just right click in keyframe and go to keyframe assistant, and sorry, it's right click and easy ease. Now select the both keyframe and go to graph editor. You can make it more smooth. I think it's not good. I just decrease the smoothness. Okay, you can adjust the graph for better animation. Now just increase the animation speed by moving last keyframe. Now if you hit on the enter key you can rename your layer, or right button you can also see the rename option and change into the BG, because this is our floating BG. Now import your image, your profile picture into the project window and drag it into timeline. And before I decreasing, just right click in image and pre-compose, change the name into photo or anything, and tick on the move all attribute Then decrease the composition like this, and decrease. I just decrease. Oh, just turn off the snapping for perfect moving. Now create a circle and make the anchor point into center using pan behind tool. Click on the snapping and make the center point into anchor point into center, and make it the top of this photo layer. And now you need to mask this photo into the circle. So select the photo and click on here, active only this, and now you can see the track matte. In photo track matte, change into alpha matte. Now you can see the photo through the circle. This is a masking technique. This is very important in After Effects. I think everybody is know. Now you can see your animation is perfect, but the profile picture not animating. So select both layers and parent into the BG layer. If you don't see the parent, and go to the columns and tick on the parent. Now select the both layer and click and drag it into BG. Now your profile photo parent into the BG layer. You can you can get the same animation in your photo because you parent this layer into the BG. Now use the type tool and write your channel name. This is my I'm not this channel, I just created, and this is my new channel name, Life of Rishab. I decided to create my day-to-day vlogging. Okay, not a, that's not mattering here. So just create a text and change the color into a light dark. Also you can change the font. I use the Railway because it's the best UI font for UI font, and make it more bold. Now I just turn off the snapping. Yeah, here is the same problem. It's not a problem. I just duplicate the same text using edit and duplicate. You can press the Ctrl D for duplicate the layer and change the font style into a semi bold and write your caption or the YouTube channel ID or anything. Now you need to select both layer and parent into the same BG, so you can see the same animation for text, but we need to change the text animation and make it more smooth. So go to the end animation time and select the both text, and this is the end animation of in the ending of the BG layer, and press P in position, add a keyframe and at the starting make it only change the position of text at the downside and select the caption and make it more move bottom. You can see here I think it's not good, and just decrease the timing and select the alt key and press F9 or go to keyframe assistant and apply the easy ease. Also you can use the F9 for shortcut. Yeah, this is okay because you need to animate your text separately for smooth preview. Now text animation is okay. Now you need to create the subscribe button. So choose the rounded rectangle, and before you create the rectangle you need to change the fill color into it. And if you click on this photo layer and click on drag, you cannot get the shape because it's a mask. So deselect the old layer in timeline, then click and drag in the same red layer, and if you press the left and right button while holding the mouse, and you can adjust the smoothness, the rounding of the rounded rectangle. And change the anchor point into center using pen tool. I think if you go to the I just change the you can adjust the curve again by going to the condense rectangle 1 and rectangle path 1, and here is the roundness you can adjust again. And also you can adjust the scale. If you adjust the scale here, you can get the same proportion. If you unlink in here, you can adjust separately the height and width. You can adjust the separately height or width, anything. And now select the subscribe button and use the type tool and just write the text subscribe and change the color into white and make it more extra bold and make it center of. I think the best is to change the paragraph into the center of line and make it center of this box. Just play with the font size. Yeah, I think it's okay. Then select both layer and make it parent of BG. I think the better idea is select the both layer and pre-compose, because you can animate the subscriber button separately, and so I just pre-compose this subscribe button and double click on, was not seen here. I think if you double click on and make it center of this composition, if you back to the main composition, you can see the subscribe composition here and change the position into here, and just pairing the subscribe composition into BG, so you can see the same animation, the moving animation also get to subscribe button. And now you need to animate, or you need to the a click icon. Here's a click icon, so I need a finger or hand icon, so just search the icon. That's okay because center perfectly fit, and also it's a PNG format. So just import into After Effects. Now its size is too over, so decrease the size of this finger. Just rotate. If you press the R button, the English letter R in keyboard, you can get the rotation tool, and I just rotate the finger, and P for position. At here, add a keyframe in position, and go. Just move your timeline little forward and change the position of the hand, the finger, like this, so you can get the animation like this. Now you want to stick the finger at the same position, so add a keyframe like this, and at the last frame you need to move it down. I just delete, just backspace that, and so we need animation at this time, so use the puppet pin and add a keyframe, add a pin at this area and this area, and at the end of this finger, and go to the selection. If you press the U button in keyboard, you can get only the keyframed value. I just choose a position P in keyboard and add a change, move your finger like this. I think it's not good at here because the curve, the path is more smooth. So select the Alt key and press F9 in keyboard for easy ease action. I think here is some problem. I choose the puppet pin in FS control and adjust again. Yeah. I delete the end keyframe and select this keyframe and Control C copy and Control V the same key for linear animation. Yeah, now it's okay. Now we want to animate just delete and again Ctrl C Ctrl V the before key. Now we need to animate the subscribe button. So this we need to animate at this 2 to 3 second. So go to the subscribe composition. And we need to animate at this time. So if you click on the subscribe button, it must be changed into the subscribed. So at this end, change the subscribe into the top. So add a keyframe in position. Now Control D for duplicate the same text, and at the starting just delete the keyframe by click on this stopwatch. Now add another keyframe this second text, and at the starting this text in bottom side. So you can get this animation like this, and change the text into subscribed, because when you hit the subscribe button it must change into the subscribed. Yeah, now select to alt key and press F9 for smooth animation, plus hit the plus button in keyboard. You can zoom the timeline. Now I think animation is okay. Now we need to only see the text through that box. So duplicate the red shape 2 times and make it top of this each text and change the name into mask. Also you can change name, right button and rename, change into mask. Then select the first text and track matte into alpha matte, and second text alpha matte into track matte into alpha matte. Sorry. Now you can see the only you can see the text through the box. Now at this time your rectangle size is, you need to increase the size of this rectangle. So add a keyframe in size and just decrease the size at this time when you hit the subscribe, because this text is more width than subscribe. Yeah, I think it's okay. A little bit problem in here. I think timing is not good. Adjust the time for until you get a perfect timing. Now you need to animate the same color. So go to the fill and add a keyframe in color. At the starting is red and ending is a darken gray. Now if you go to the main and also change the second text, I mean subscribed text into red and black. If you go to the main composition, you can see I think these colors too light. I just dark again. Yeah, now it's okay. I think timing is little I need to adjust the timing. So you key press the U button in keyboard, you can get the whole keyframe and adjust the puppet pin keyframe. Now you need to add a bell icon. So you can also search the bell icon in YouTube. You can get to the plenty of bell designs from YouTube. I think this is the best icon for YouTube, and just drag and drop into the composition and click hit on this area, and you can get the transparent window, and just decrease the size of this icon. And this is a PNG we need to animate, so select the layer and go to the layer window, and here is the option auto trace, because you need to convert this image into a shape. So apply just tick off the blur and tolerance into 4, threshold into 5, and also minimum area into pix and roundness into 100 percentage. Now you can get the same image into a shape layer. So if you need to change the color, select this solid and go to layer and solid setting. You can change that solid color. Now okay, then select the mask, and here is the shapes you can see, and mask 2 and 3 is the notification, the vibration icon. First you need to delete the old starting keyframe as defaultly created starting keyframe. So before I deleted, if you hit the shift key and click any anchor point, you can select the anchor point separately. So I just add a keyframe at ending. Sorry, before we start, just press U button in keyboard, you can get the old keyframe and delete the old keyframe, and we need to start again. So go to the mask 1 and add a keyframe at mask path, and mask 3 also mask 3 path, because we need to animate this vibrating icon, vibrating symbol. So if you press the shift, if you hold the shift key and click any point, you can select all points separately. So hit the hold the shift key and click every points. Now if you click and drag any window sorry, any point, you can move all the shape, then change the mask into add from different, and also go to the mask 1, shift hold the shift key and click on every anchor point, and move the icon into center and change the mask into different, from different into add. Now you can get the smooth bell icon, animated bell icon. Now if you can animate this position, the bell icon's position. So I just drag into the bottom layer of this bell icon, then at the starting change the position and add a keyframe and move your playhead a little bit forward, and just move your bell icon like this, so you can see the animation like here. and select the key and press F9 in keyboard for easy ease animation. Now everything is okay. Now you need to animate your finger again. I think it's difficult to you. Actually, it's not a hard thing. It's very easy. If you don't know how to use puppet pin, just Google it. How to use how to use puppet pin in After Effects. You can see the more tutorial about puppet pin, and also animating here. So I just copy paste the same keyframe by hit the Control C and Control V the keyframe. Oh, I think the problem is it's not linear, it's smooth animation, so I need to linear this animation. So press Control and click on this icon. You can convert into linear animation. And copy paste the same key into forward and delete this key and select this key and Control C, Control V. So at this time we need to animate cross. So select the puppet pin, and at this time before we need to add another keyframe at the starting. So press the U, add a keyframe at here and move a little bit forward of your playhead and change the position at the ending, same position. Yeah, I think animation is okay. Now everything is okay, and at the ending you need to move your subscribe floating bar into downside. So add a keyframe and at the ending add another keyframe at the top position, sorry, the bottom position. Now sorry, yeah, I think your floating icon is okay. Now you need to render your video. So here is some technique for transferring video. Go to composition and add to render queue. In output module, change the format into QuickTime and format option into change the video codec into PNG. Then if you come back to the channel, you can change into RGB plus alpha and select the output window which folder you want to render and hit the render key. Now you can get the transparent video, any footage or your video into Premiere, and I just use a sample video and drag your exported video into any top of video and right button and scale frame size for fitting your video into composition, and that's only you want to do, and it's a very easy. You can use this video in every video of your YouTube, and hope you enjoy it. and this is very, I think it's very simple technique, and it's not a advanced, but you need to understand how to use the puppet pin and how to perfectly use the keyframe. Easy is and easy how easy is, and also you need to know how to use the parent key in After Effects. And hope you enjoyed it. If you like it or if you useful this video, please hit on the subscribe button for more videos, and I will try to upload every week video, and keep love and support. See.